Moving your business online. Vital information about online business safety, server and your website security. That is the core of protecting your business and your customer. And it's not something to take lightly. And it's very important to have the right professionals there to help you monitor your site and your security. I'm just going to run through the server and website security pretty quickly. When you're developing your website, you want to make sure that you have a skilled and knowledgeable web developer that has some knowledge and experience of cybersecurity and what's required in order for your server and your website to be safe for your business and for your customer. Make sure to purchase and enable an SSL certificate, which will be a requirement of PCI compliancy anyway. Highly recommend two-factor authentication for the server process. Two-factor authentication means you can't just get in with a password. You have two ways that you have to authenticate that it is you trying to get in. There are a variety of combinations for two-factor authentication, and many of you will be familiar even with the process for online banking where you try to log in and you put in your password first and you have to answer a question as well, or you put in your password and then you have to tap a notification in your website, or you put in a password. Normally it'll start with a password. So you put in a password and then a code will get emailed to you and you have to enter that code. So that's two-factor authentication. And some very, very secure servers will have 3, 4, and 5-factor authentication, sometimes where 2 or 3 individuals have to click a alert together. Maybe the operations manager and the sales manager have to both enter a password. So there are various ways, but minimum 2-factor authentication. If you have a dual server setup, that is a great way to avoid potential hackers accessing your client and customer information. A dual server setup is 2 website servers, and your website sits on those servers because they have to sit on a server in order for the website to work anyway. But instead of using one server, you use 2. And one server will manage the data. Data being the text, the graphics, and all that sort of stuff that makes your website appear and load and happen. And then the second server will manage the web traffic or the persons that are visiting and so forth. So you separate those two, which means if a potential hacker attempts to get in, they have to first go through the traffic server in order to get to the data. And it's difficult enough getting into one. Have your firewall configuration. Regularly test your security systems. Maintain a policy that addresses information security. And for reference, having really strong, worry-free website and server security for an e-commerce site can cost about $20,000 and up a year if you have to hire security professionals to help you with the monitoring and with deciphering the information and things like that. If I jump right back up very quickly to protecting your customers' data by not allowing hackers to access your servers and using dual servers and so forth. Essentially, of course, the best thing to do is encrypt all that data, and encrypting is just your website will automatically turn any information that your client or customer puts into the website into very lengthy code that humans just can't read. So encryption is one of the best policies when you're dealing with sensitive data. Those are considerations that you definitely have to make when you're developing your own e-commerce website. For a ready-built platform option, that entire security process is taken care of. You would just concentrate on running your business.